Did you know that in a recent poll, over 80% of people said they believe in a higher power, but less than half felt they really understood the concept of God's love and grace? It's a surprising statistic, isn't it? It shows us the gap between belief and understanding. Understanding God's love and grace is crucial because it shapes our perception of the divine. So today we venture into the profound depths of God's love and grace and how they contrast with our human understanding. As humans, we perceive love and grace in a certain way, shaped largely by our experiences and social norms. We understand love as an emotion, a feeling of deep affection that we hold for someone we care about. It's the warm glow we feel when we see a loved one, the comfort and security we find in their embrace. Similarly, we interpret grace as an act of kindness, a willingness to forgive, a gesture of goodwill towards another, even when they might not necessarily deserve it. It's the generosity we extend to others, the understanding we offer in times of conflict. However, our human understanding of love and grace is often limited. It can be conditional, dependent on factors like reciprocity, or marred by exceptions and boundaries drawn by our own biases and prejudices. But when we compare our understanding with God's love and grace, we find a vast difference. God's love and grace are more profound and immense than our human comprehension can fully grasp. Let's delve into this, starting with God's love. It's a love that's unconditional, not based on who we are or what we've done. It's a love that sees beyond our flaws and imperfections, choosing to love us even when we don't feel deserving. It's a love that never gives up on us, and it's a love that is steadfast and unchanging, regardless of our circumstances. This love is also sacrificial. Within the Christian faith, we see this most vividly in the story of Jesus Christ, who laid down his life for humanity. His sacrifice was the ultimate demonstration of God's love, showing us that there's no length he won't go to express his love for us. Now, let's talk about God's grace. It's a gift, freely given, regardless of our worthiness. This divine generosity is a cornerstone of Christian teaching, reminding us that our relationship with God isn't about earning his favor. Instead, his grace is given freely, without any prerequisites or conditions. But what's truly astonishing is the transformative power of God's love and grace. It's a love and grace that can take a broken heart and mend it, take a life in turmoil and bring peace. It's a love and grace that can instill hope in the hopeless, bring joy in times of sorrow, and provide strength in moments of weakness. These transformations are not just temporary fixes. They result in lasting change, a change that brings about a renewed sense of purpose, a rejuvenated spirit, and a life that reflects the love and grace that has been so generously bestowed. This is the power of God's love and grace. It's more than just a concept or a teaching. It's an experience, a journey, a relationship that continually unfolds, revealing layers of depth and richness that are beyond our comprehension. Clearly, the depth and breadth of God's love and grace far surpass our human understanding. But that doesn't mean we stop trying to understand, to experience, to immerse ourselves in this love and grace. Because in doing so, we find a love and grace that truly transforms. So what happens when we begin to understand and accept this divine love and grace? The impact is profound. It's like stepping into a ray of sunshine after a long, cold winter. Suddenly, life is imbued with a sense of peace and purpose that may have previously seemed elusive. We find ourselves wrapped in a blanket of forgiveness, free from past guilt and bitterness. This understanding can bring about personal transformation. It's a catalyst for growth, pushing us to become better versions of ourselves, more empathetic, more forgiving, more loving. Our relationships strengthen as we learn to love others the way we've been loved. But the impact doesn't stop at our front door. A society of people understanding God's love and grace becomes a more compassionate society. It becomes a place where kindness is the default, where love is the currency. Indeed, understanding and accepting God's love and grace can profoundly change our lives and the world around us. In the end, understanding God's love and grace is a journey, not a destination. Let's reflect on what we've uncovered today. We explored the distinction between our human interpretation and God's profound concept of love and grace. We delved into the deep, boundless nature of his love and grace and the life-altering power they possess. As we embrace this journey, we open ourselves up to the transformative power of divine love and grace and the potential for a life filled with peace, joy, and purpose.